is a conversation that is usually had in regards to high ticket programs, containers, things like that. And the conversation usually revolves around like you want to be able to invest high ticket. High ticket means that it's supposed to be, high quality, get into high ticket spaces, da 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 da, blah blah blah. Okay, you know where this is going. But something that I've thought about because, I have NLP brain at this point is, why is it that when someone thinks that something's too expensive, we call that a mindset block? But when someone thinks something is too inexpensive, we don't call that a mindset block. And this is coming from, I've seen somewhat consistently, at least like on my Facebook, because I am around more of like the high ticket coaches. And so I see, I witness the conversations that are being had. And, the fact that I've seen some say like, oh, if something's priced too low, I won't do it. And, all the things like that. And I'm like, well, why are we not considering that a mindset block? Because to me, that feels like a mindset block. To me, that sounds like a mindset block. It sounds like there's something in your mind preventing you from doing the thing because you have created a perception of that particular thing based off of past experiences or whatever the case may be, right? We know how things get coded into the subconscious, right? And so I just want to make sure that we have the open conversation about something that is inexpensive does not mean that it is cheap. Something that is inexpensive does not mean that it is cheap in quality. And so this is why we're seeing even now like more and more and more people leveraging low ticket, even those who have done high ticket, leveraging the low ticket and making sure that the low ticket like blows people's socks off, right? There's a woman, I believe her name is like Lori. She teaches ads and she has a $7 per month membership. And so obviously I've seen it because I got targeted with an ad, right? And in the comments, I see all these people saying, oh, Lori's the real deal. Oh my God, this space is amazing, this and that. Where I know that there are people who would have seen that and been like, well, what is this going to teach me for only $7? Like for only $7. Like you see, like when when we talk about communication, like 68% of how we communicate is through our physiology. And when I would say 32% is through our tonality and 7% is through the words that we speak, right? And so my neighbors are outside, like cutting up right now. Oh my gosh, I want to be outside. I want to be outside. I want to be outside. Anyway, so the point being is even when I say like it's only $7 versus it's only $7. You see the difference? Like the tonality changed, and so the meaning essentially changed. How we communicated that changed. And so again, going back, when we talk about the things being inexpensive, I think that we have to do our due diligence to not put out bullshit. Like I'm thinking about that, and I'm thinking about that for myself because I was high ticket and I have done the high ticket thing. I've had clients pay me 4 figures a month to work with me, all the things. Great experience, don't get me wrong. And now that I'm really in a space of trying to leverage low ticket and not from a place of, oh my gosh, I gotta price things low so that people buy it because I need the money. Like, no, we're not even in that space. This feels totally different. And it is totally different. This is what I want to do. Like this is what I want to do. And I know that in doing that, I have to play the volume game. And so with that being said, I think that when we have our low ticket things, that we just make sure that we're blowing people's socks off, not coming at it from a place of, oh, well, I'm only charging $27 for this. So like, let me just like take my main thing and just like take everything else out of it. Instead of looking at it from the lens of like, what what is the immediate things that people need to know, learn, or do with this product for them to get the result, right? Because I said that the promise of this particular container, program, tool, whatever, is X, Y, and Z. And I think that that is the start of it. Why are we doing the low ticket? Why are we pricing it like that? And how, like, what is the angle that we're coming at it from? If we're coming at it from, oh, well, I'll just do this to just to, get the people that, like, okay, I mean, I get you can do that. You can try that. I won't teach you to do that. I won't teach you to do that. But if we are again hitting at it from the angle of like, hey, listen, like, okay, this is the like, for example, YouTube Glow Up Challenge. Okay, when I went to map it out, is it inexpensive as hell? Yes. It's the kind of price point right now that like you literally like you cannot use money as an excuse to not jump into this challenge. You genuinely can't. Like again, I have gotten Starbucks coffees that have cost more than what I'm charging right now for the YouTube Globe Challenge. But when I'm looking at it and when I was ideating and planning the days out, I'm like, okay, what is it that I'm wanting to help people do, right? Not this whole big YouTube program. No, my thing is okay, with the YouTube Globe, I just want you to get yourself to the point where you've got your foundations covered and then you're being consistent. You're building the muscle of consistency for your channel. Okay? Like that, let's start there. Let's just start getting you consistent because I can teach you everything that you need to know. But if you're going to post 5 videos a year, well, what the fuck is the point? You know? So let's get you consistent. Like, okay, so then to get someone consistent, what do they need to know? Like, and it's not a matter of, oh, well, I don't want to do that because I'm only charging this much. Like, no, if that's what needs to be put into it so that the person can achieve the result, then like, hey, and or if I want to cross promote, cross sell additional things that I have that are also low ticket, then I can do that as well. But nonetheless, we've got to stop having this like fucked up mindset of like because something is inexpensive that means that it's cheap in quality, because trust me, I have also been in high ticket spaces and they want all fucking that. They want all that. And I'll be honest, I have been in some spaces that have cost a pretty low penny. And I was like, it was not worth that. It was not worth that. And inversely, I have jumped into low ticket things and I'm like, wow, this bitch only charged me $7 for this. Wow, she only charged me $27 for this. Okay. Okay. But all in all, I think because we can't control what other people do, I think that it's always worth us taking a moment to go inward and just, check our own perceptions, right? Do a little shadow work. Why do I believe that because something is inexpensive that I believe that it's low in quality? Why do I have that assumption? Why do I believe that? Why do I believe that because something is high ticket that it's going to be the most amazing thing on the planet? Now, I think we all know societal conditioning, right? We look at brands like Chanel or whomever, right? When we talk about like the purse industry, like the luxury goods industry, like because the higher priced purses typically are made with like real leather. You can feel the difference between real leather and the fake shit, right? Like, and so from a very young age, I think we began to know, like we began to notice these differences, right? Even like if you grew up, I don't want to say like poor, but if you grew up in a household where like you couldn't get like the name brand stuff, the more expensive stuff, but we all know that Fruit Loops taste better than Fruitios. I don't even know if Fruitios are a real thing. I don't know if Fruitios are a real thing, but whatever the like generic off-brand version is of Fruit Loops, then like that equivalent, like we come up seeing how something that costs more typically always meant that it was better in quality, but we are in a different age. We're in a different time. Things are not the way that they used to be. When you had these corporations running things and putting things out into the market, and we had like obviously like no say in it, none of us were like involved in the process or anything like that. But now we have all of these digital entrepreneurs who they're like, hey, I'm going to do what the fuck I want to do, and I have this thing, and some people might say it's worth $500, but I'm going to price it at 47 because that's what the fuck I want to do. You know what I'm saying? And so now that we're in a different place, and it's interesting because especially like me being a millennial, we always talked about how like boomers are like set in their ways and this and that and their way of thinking. It's like, okay, well, are we kind of doing the same thing? Are we checking ourselves? And the way that we think, I mean, we know that our thoughts create our reality, right? Because our thoughts repeated over time create our beliefs, which our beliefs create the our values, you know, create our identity, and our identity essentially creates the what we have going on around us, essentially, right? Like our life, like how it's manifested, however you choose to look at that. And so, you know, I say all this, and I want to know what you have to think. What you have to think. I want to know what you think and what you have to say. Let me know in the comments. Let me know in the comments. I'm always interested to see what people think about different topics, especially this one. And let me know, are you like a high ticket girly? Are you a low ticket girly, or man, or sir? You know, my bad, my bad, my bad. Y'all are welcome in this space too, okay? But you know, are you more high ticket? Are you more low ticket? Are you a hybrid? Do you do both? Like, what do you think about that? And yeah, anyways, if you haven't joined the YouTube Glow Up Challenge, honey, you need to get your butt in there. We are starting very, 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 very soon. I've been putting the things together. And again, we're gonna get you consistent on YouTube. We're gonna get you consistent. I'm gonna get you right. I'm gonna get you right. Even if you don't know jack diddly squat about YouTube, I'm gonna get you right. We're gonna get you to the point where you know how to create your content, you know how to come up with your ideas, you know how to edit quickly and simply, you know how to record quickly and simply. Okay, you know how to upload quickly and simply. Okay, because I have been making a YouTube video every day for like the past, like, oh my gosh, 80 something days. It's gotta be like 85, 86, maybe. I'm not quite sure. But nonetheless, that's a lot of days, right? So we'll just say a minimum of 80 days. And I haven't burnt out yet. I haven't burnt out yet. You see, I haven't burnt out yet. So if I can do it, you can do it. Let me teach you all the things. I'm going to see you inside of the challenge. As soon as you sign up, you're going to be in our community. So I'm going to see you, Bookie, over there.